Yep.
You got a brew?
Oh, indeed. I've also got some Christmas munchies.
Oh, come on.
Little treat.
That's cheeky, that is.
Keep me going. It's, oh, there we go. I'm on live on Insta too.
Oh, you might have to manage the comments.
Yeah, I can do the Instagram ones.
Yeah.
Insta people, welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome one, welcome all.
What have you got to say for yourselves in the new year then?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Right, let's get a couple of these munchies out on the desk, ready to go.
I've been loving using my new soda stream.
Oh yeah, you have our Christmas out.
Got it just before Christmas, and then we bought a water filter that you put underneath the sink, so it plumbs straight into the tap.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically get filtered water for a whole year.
I'm buying.
Yeah, it's Bear Grylls has got a company and he sells one. It's like £100, and we got a Amazon knockoff. Yeah, so it's filtered water and then made it fizzy, and then you buy some lemons and some limes, and then you've got a nice, fresh, fizzy, clean drink.
Banging. I haven't really been a fan of carbonated water before, but I started drinking like San Pellegrino a bit now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm well into it, mate. I'm a proper. I feel like as you get older, you just move into enjoying shit like that.
Yeah, it means you're getting to a certain age.
Yeah. Tell us where you're coming from in the comments on the live stream, and then get your questions in. We're only here for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be sticking around for about 25 minutes probably. So if you've got any queues, ping them over.
Yep.
Happy New Year. A big year of cyber concerns ahead. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be. Well, I wonder what new stuff's going to come out this year.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for cyber jobs, and probably different kinds of cyber jobs as well. I know that some of our students that we work with, they're applying for roles right now, and there's some like threat researcher roles and stuff that are coming out. So clearly, companies are looking to strengthen their defenses, but also in different ways, like to bring people on in entry level roles as like a threat researcher is definitely a new thing from what I've seen anyway. But it's positive.
MongoDB being the first of many attacks. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Lots of Happy New Years in here.
Come on.
Rob's Paddy said you can also get instant kettles under the sink. You got one of those?
Oh yeah, it's like the faucet thing where you have to like press it down and turn it and get instant hot water
tap. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's probably the next thing that I should get.
That'd help me be a bit faster for the Q&As if I'm going to boil a kettle.
Yeah.
Automatic vuln on CI/CD pipelines or conventional? Automatic vulnerability on CI/CD pipelines or conventional? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Life Watcher. Sorry, mate, if you can elaborate. Oh, Mary Gainsmas. Yeah, Rob, one for you, mate.
Mary Gainsmas.
Power left Jack. Mary Gainsmas to you too, bro.
Love that.
Hi, hello. Mayo Island.
Also, for the people that are still sticking around, let us know how long you've been following us, because I love to know stuff like that, man.
Cyber, does it need computer engineering or computer science? Are you talking about in order to function or as someone working in cyber? Because if you're talking about the function, the answer is probably yes. Whereas if you're talking about the work in there, the answer is probably no.
Yeah, there's always going to be a need for cybersecurity engineers more than ever now. Like I was saying this to my team not that long ago. I was saying that right now you're a SOC analyst, but I feel that that role and that title is going to morph into something slightly different in the future. There's always going to be a need for cybersecurity engineers as, like, AI automation things develop, then there's probably going to be less of a need for, say, tier one triage, which is like the login and flogging of the monotonous alerts that are coming through that are just the exact same thing every single time. That's probably going to move to a stage where that's going to be heavily automated, and then analysts are going to be focusing on other things. But yeah, so it's not going to be a case of like back in the day, like when we first started, it was analyst triage. It was, you were analyzing alerts like back to back to back to back, and then we were trying to find ways to optimize and become more efficient. Now with the introduction of well, AI has been around since we started, but it's just integrated, more heavily now. So yeah, the role is going to become a little bit different, and you got to adapt with the times.
Yeah, AI, or the term AI and its automated integrations has been a lot more accessible over the past maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. So yes, that's why you're starting to see such a big spike in it now. Because, like Robbie saying, when we first started, it was very much machine learning algorithms. You've got to build your own shit in house. Whereas now there's a lot of IaaS and fuck me, platform as a service type stuff. Excuse me, software as a service type stuff. So yeah, you can get access to it a lot easier now.
Yeah.
We got Paddy Clark here. Is all going to Defender? What do you make of that, Rob? Everything moving to Microsoft Defender?
I mean, Microsoft's a big player, but you're never going to stop all these other vendors. Like you try and stop CrowdStrike, you try and stop SentinelOne, all these big companies that are sponsoring the Formula One. They're huge companies. Microsoft's just going to have to buy them all out if everything's going to move to Defender.
Mm-hmm.
They're always going to have a market. They're always going to have people that are moving their infrastructure into Microsoft Azure. And then it just makes sense from like licensing perspectives to just tie in and use Defender. But nah, you're never going to stop those other massive companies.
Mm-hmm. We got 961 JPZ asking the same question. Cyber, does it need computer engineering or computer science? I think I answered your question, mate. But if you're talking about to function as a total, yes. If you're talking about to work in cyber, probably no.
Lil's funny moments. Hi. Hello, Lil's funny moments. I feel like I want to check out your channel and see if you've got some funny moments.
Yeah, I absolutely want to see some funny moments. I'm in Cyber 2, Life Watcher. Hello, mate. Welcome to the club. It's great to have you on board. How to find internships in cybersecurity? Go on, Rob.
Oh, it depends what type of internship you want. It depends where you're at in your journey as well. Like, are you feeling like you're ready to go out to market, and have you learned everything that you need to learn? If not, is there any gaps that you feel like you need to fill? You can go into our DMs on our page and DM us the word ready, and we can jump on with you and see if you're a good fit for our apprenticeship program, because we've got a lot of practical labs in there, a lot of theory. We've got AI automation classrooms, because obviously that's a big topic right now, so you can get ahead of the curve there. We're building you out and helping you get job ready and get real work experience. There's obviously other internships that you can apply for. You could be clever and just try and apply for something and just say that you'd work for free, potentially. I don't know if that's going to work nowadays, but there's no harm in trying. But you just need to be active, and you need to be nice and just networking, man. Like, everything that I've ever got in my whole entire life, not even just in my career, has been through me making good connections, being nice to people, and then when the time's right, asking for those favors. So just put yourself out there.
Yeah, I can second that. I've been at 3-4 different companies during my time working in cyber, and each one has been through a referral, or I've gone to join someone that I've made a good connection with while working with them at a previous company. So yeah, don't undermine the power of relationships in cyber, because they can take you to new companies, give you pay rises, all this good stuff. So yeah, absolutely be making friends with people.
Lil's funny moments. She's got 27 subscribers, but no videos. What's going on there?
Lils, give us the funny moments. Life Watcher, AI will need more threat modeling, human verification. Yeah, absolutely. At my last company, we was building a lot of AI type agents to replicate the SOC analyst. We didn't want to leave them run ragged because of, well, giving them those overly permissive permissions can, cause a lot of problems, especially with isolation of servers and all this type of stuff. So what we implemented was kind of a human in the loop, we called it. I think that's the terminology for it. But yeah, pretty much AI does the work, or a part of the work. Human will actually review and then give it the go, no go to perform the next step. So yeah, absolutely, human verification is massive for AI.
Yeah. Ethan Brinley has put air gap build recommendations. Why do you want to build an air gapped environment? What do you want to keep away from? Is it you just building out like a home lab, like a sandboxed environment? Have you got like a little setup that you want to keep away from your regular ISP? What's going down?
We got a nice one there, Rob. Morali has said, "Hello, currently I'm working as a SOC analyst with 3 years of experience. Could you please suggest a better role with higher pay?"
So working as a SOC analyst for 3 years.
Yeah, and they want to know what other roles they could go into from SOC analyst that has higher pay.
Oh, if it's all about the money, then yeah, maybe look at well, like I would assume that maybe you haven't made any progress in that role in the last 3 years. So, look at like a promotion up into another role, ask what options are available in your company before you start looking elsewhere, because that's an easier move. Ask if there's anything else going like actually in your company. Like for me, I've been working in the SOC world for a long time, and now I've just moved over into sales, tech sales. So I'm an architect. I'm a pre-sales architect now. So, and typically, if you move over into the sales world, it does pay well, and there's a lot of commission-based roles that you can go into, and that's more of an incentive as well. So, maybe or look at an engineering role,
Yeah, that's a good
like
point.
bit of a higher skilled role there technically. And say if you're in a team and there's 10 SOC analysts, you would assume that there's going to be like only a handful of engineers, and yeah, they focus on smaller amount of variables in that role.
Yeah, the engineering one's a great shout. They typically tend to cap out in terms of top end salaries a lot higher than some other lateral roles, I guess. The beauty about the SOC analyst role, which I'm sure you've had experience with over the last 3 years, is you get exposure to a lot of different areas. So with the exposure to those areas, you can decide what you actually enjoy. And then once you found out what you actually enjoy, whether that's threat hunting or threat intelligence or engineering, for example, just focus on that. I mean, the pay is great to go for, but if you enjoy your role, then that's going to be more important to me, really.
Yeah, but stick at it and put yourself out there and keep learning. That's how you're going to get further ahead in your career. Because I've worked and had people in my team that I've managed where they've worked as a SOC analyst for 3 years and they've got no certifications. They've just done the bare minimum and they've got by. They've got their wage, but when it comes to the end of that 3 years, there might have been 5 other people in that team that have gone on and got promotions and moved up the ranks. And it's like, all right, what's the secret sauce? There's no secret sauce. All you have to do is just go out, grab more certifications, show that you're learning, show that you're progressing, prove it, get your evidence, keep showing up, keep banging on the door and say, hey, look what I'm learning. I reckon I'm worth more. Please pay me more. I want a promotion. If not, then you've still learned more and built up your resume or your CV, and then go elsewhere and find another job. There's plenty more around once you've got that experience under your belt.
Yep. Life Watcher, I see AI SOC initial triage being a massive change. Yeah, that's what everyone's talking about these days, right? And it makes sense as well. Like, one of the biggest issues in cybersecurity is alert fatigue. Lots of different alerts, or lots of the same alerts, sorry. So it makes sense that the initial triage of those alert fatigue inducing alerts are probably the first implementation of it. It can be done well, it can be done very badly. So it really just depends on kind of the fine tuning of that as well. Like I was saying, at my last company, we was building it custom to customers' environments as an MSSP. But if you're just bringing it in as a tool, expecting it to do its thing, you're probably going to need a bit of time to set it up properly. But I've got no doubt in my mind when it works, it will absolutely work. So yeah, it's a good change, but definitely one that a lot of people are still hesitant about.
Any funny people in the chat tonight? I feel like last time we were on, there was loads of trolls that were cracking us up. But
any more questions? Dave, hello mate, how's it going?
Anyone saying how long they've been following us for?
Not that I've seen yet.
Come on,
how long you've been following people.
Come on, play nice.
What can be identified while analysing firewall logs, since all sort of traffic is there? It's a pretty open-ended question. I'd probably recommend taking a look at some different firewall type attacks. There's obviously authentication logs that go into a firewall, so you can take a look at some of those. But DDoS is probably going to be the one which can be a bit tricky because it's an overload of legitimate traffic, right? But yeah, take a look, mate. Agents and playbooks for robotics will supplement AI. Robotics, that's quite interesting. What do you mean by that, Life Watcher? Agents and playbooks for robotics will supplement AI.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Security architecture, Life Watcher is saying, is high paid, or design assurance, secure by design methodology. Oh, I couldn't think of anything more boring personally.
That's a compliance framework, secure by design. That's actually fucking so boring, mate.
Yeah.
We were helping a customer out not that long ago with some of the criteria for secure by design, and it's actually really draining. Like, you have to have a lot of patience. You have to enjoy paperwork and a bit of a slow day. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, we've got one of our
GRC.
We've got one of our commenters reaching out to another one for advice. Love to see that. Well done, guys. That's awesome. Thanks, Life Watcher.
Yeah, add each other and become cyber best friends.
Yeah, that community element's exactly what we want to be pushing here. So thanks. That's awesome. What about entry-level jobs for students who are going to graduate?
Depends on how much experience you think you've got, and where you are, and how much you've got to invest in yourself. Like, right now, is it enough to have a degree in cybersecurity to be able to get a job? Maybe, but there's always things that you could be doing to differentiate yourself. Like we were mentioning before, like, we do have an apprenticeship program that's heavily leans into practical skills, hands-on skills. Typically, if you go to university or college, a lot of it is theory. There are going to be some labs that they include now, but is it super relevant to a role? Maybe not. It's probably generalized. So that's what we probably do a lot better, is reverse engineering the process and teaching you skills required for a role, not just generic stuff. Like, obviously, learning Security Plus as a certification is great, but it's generic, isn't it? It's not focused around a role. It's just cybersecurity concepts, right? So yeah, it depends. But yeah, drop us a chat in the DMs. We can have a chat to you, and if you think that you want to work with us, then you can. Or if you just want to get some free advice in the DMs, and we can do that as well. No dramas. We also have a free school community as well, which we don't really plug anymore. We used to heavily, but you can get the link for that by, what is the best way to go? I think if you go onto a post and you comment cyber, or I think you might even be able to like comment cyber on the live, and it will send you a DM with the link to it.
Let me just pin it in the chat. That'll probably be an easier way.
Yeah, there you go. But you can also get on your cybersecurity researcher hat and just search empirical training on the school platform.
Mm-hmm. And that point you mentioned, Rob, about Security Plus being quite generic is an interesting one, because we've got a comment here from Lavanda. We had a team that got dissolved because of agentic SOC. What can you say about that, so we won't lose our job? It's a really interesting point. And for those, we was asking the question of those that have been around for a bit of time. For those that have been around for maybe 9 months or so, I was talking about the introduction of these sorts of agentic tools that will go towards people losing their jobs. And Rob, you'll remember this all too well as well. We was having lots of conversations around this.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually built a module in our apprenticeship program around utilizing and building agentic SOC type workflows. And the best thing to do to have that job security to prevent you from your team getting dissolved and you losing your job is to adapt with the times as well, right? You need to learn these tools that are taking jobs and be able to harness them for yourself. So that's why we built that course, to help people stand out from a crowd and not be one of these victims to the agentic SOC implementation. So yeah, the best way to prevent yourself from losing your job is to understand more about this tool than the tool can understand about your job.
Yeah, just learn that skill. Don't get too annoyed about it. Don't get too disheartened. This is the way that the world is going with AI and automation workflows and agentic AI. So just learn that, and then come back to that company or some other company and have that on your resume or your CV. Say, I've got skills in this area. And a lot of people aren't focusing on it. So if you're the one focusing on it, you are ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
We can help out with that as well. You can DM us ready in the DMs, and we can help you.
The dude that asked about the firewall question with the follow-up, I've been through the logs many times, but all are failed connection requests, but related to some TTPs present on MITRE ATT&CK. It seems like you're almost doing it wrong, mate. So instead of just looking at the logs as a larger data set and trying to find a particular thing, you need to go in with a hypothesis. So what am I trying to hunt for in firewall logs? Rather than just looking at firewall logs and saying what's wrong, because there's so many, as you correctly said, you almost need to identify, okay, I'm looking for this exact type of attack. This is how it's presented. Let me go and look for that. And that way you'll be less overwhelmed by the sheer volume of firewall logs that you're seeing.
Yeah, try and tie it into like some TTPs as well. Like there's different methodologies when you're threat hunting. You've got like just say like a generic hypothesis, like Vaughan's mentioning. Like you could say, like I want to look at connections from like a geolocation or something like that, but that's like quite one dimensional. Or you could focus on like some techniques that are coming from some actual threat actors, and then going through like the sequence and then seeing if you can spot logs that's indicative of that threat actor.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not just looking at say like firewall logs. Then maybe you're checking out some other log sources in that network and trying to tie it all together.
We actually had LifeWatcher come back and say, I manage a team doing secure by design. Haha, it's rock and roll.
Fucking hell.
So he was there slating it, and he's actually running a team that does it. So I feel for you, mate. It must be really boring.
That's tough, mate. My heart goes out to you.
Funny.
I'll give you a heads up if I need some fucking advice.
Morali, who asked the question earlier, kindly suggest top 3 certifications.
Depends what for, really, but
yeah, how long's a piece of string, right?
You do like the security blue team, don't you? For obviously for SOC
Yeah.
analyst stuff like
Oh
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
a good cert.
I think Morali was the one working in cyber, right? Looking for a new job. Yeah. If you haven't got security blue team level 1, excellent certification. Would highly recommend. It sets you up lovely for being a SOC analyst and being used. I always use the term useful when explaining our certification because that's where it does. It makes you an asset to the team you're working on because you can actually help out with real investigations when a breach happens. So there's nothing better being part of a security team than being useful when shit hits the fan. So yeah, I definitely recommend that one.
Yeah, and then just concentrate on some cloud-based certifications like choose your Pokemon and get a Microsoft AZ 500 or SC 200. Or if you want to be a bit of a AWS whiz, then you look at some AWS certs. Or you could do both if you feel like you want to be a bit of a beast. But that's tough. That's a tough revision cram that to go security blue team level 1, then do like Microsoft AZ 500, and then move into an AWS one back to back. If you can do that, then you deserve another job or a promotion for sure.
Yeah.
People do it. I've worked with a lot of people that have literally got them back to back. But
all right, we're closing in on 1/2 so we'll probably take 2 minutes of questions more. If anyone has them, final call for questions. We're all out on Instagram, so if you've got a question, get it in now because we're gonna be looking to wrap up pretty soon. Howard, see you in the YouTube chat as well, mate. Good to see you. Hope you had a good holidays.
don't ask us to define what secure by design is. I love how you're just saying words and then doing like a question mark by it. YouTube question mark.
Yeah, it's probably worth noting how your comments are probably like 2 minutes delayed from where we actually are. So if you put a word in with a question mark, we might have moved on by then. So it might be worth adding some additional context, mate.
Yeah, obviously, it's also important to learn about compliance as well, but just a bit of a foundational level knowledge of it. Like you don't need to be a whiz; you just need to know why companies have to adhere to certain compliance frameworks and regulatory frameworks to be able to work with other companies and to get certain things. But tough moving into GRC.
Yeah, I'd rather bloody quit cyber.
I'd rather be a bin man. No offense.
No offense to the GRC folk.
Yeah.
Morali, thank you. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the questions. Hope our advice was helpful. For the babies, have you guys worked with any decentralized finance products? I have not personally. I'm assuming you're talking about DeFi cybersecurity. Yeah, not me.
Yeah, not done any like blockchain security or anything like that.
It's pretty cool. Something I'd be interested in one day, but
yeah, it's almost brand new, not really touched at the moment, really. Yeah.
Sweet. I think that's it, Rob. Do you want to give the sign off?
Yeah, cheers for jumping on. Cheers for engaging, commenting, all the support on all of the socials. You know, you obviously know where to find us. If you're on our Instagram, then maybe go follow us on TikTok. Go subscribe to AJ's YouTube channel if you haven't. That's Andrew Cyber Jones. We're trying to get monetized on YouTube, so follow, like all the videos. Just DM us if you've got questions. Obviously, we do work with people. We do have students. We've got free school communities. We've got paid school communities. We're not always out here plugging. We just work behind the scenes and try and find people that we know we can get results for. But yeah, if you want to work with us one-on-one, then you just need to DM us the word ready.
Just before you drop off, Rob, we had an old clarinet mate drop into the Instagram comments. His name's Vamsi. I can't remember his name, but
yeah, I remember him. Good lad.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's working for clarinet anymore.
Yeah, no. He said, "Hi, Vaughn and Robbie. Hope you remember me. You recruited me for clarinet. How are you guys?"
Yeah, I remember him. He's a good lad.
Mate. How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
Legend, man. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the support as well. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Sweet. Thanks, everyone. It's been a pleasure. Rob, thanks, mate.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.